there, welcome to my channel. Hi, my name is Palina. I hope you're doing well. Today's video is very exciting. I will show you guys my favorite eyeshadow palettes and why I love them. I hope you guys will like this video. Let me know which one is your favorite eyeshadow palette. And if you're curious about this makeup look, I just did another makeup look from Euphoria and I filmed it, so it will be up soon. Everyone have different preferences for their makeup, so something that I like may not be something that you would like or enjoy, so feel free to let me know what is your favorite eyeshadow palettes. These are my personal opinions on my favorite eyeshadow palettes, and let's get into it. Lately, I've been enjoying colorful eyeshadow looks a lot, and these two are my favorite colorful eyeshadow palettes. The first one we have is a Kaleidos Escape Pod palette. The packaging looks like this. It's like a book. You open it like this, and there is 15 juicy, vibrant, bright colors in there. We have 5 mattes on this row, 5 shimmers, and then 4 mattes and 1 shimmer here. It's very pretty. You get some pink, orange, green, blue, and purple shades in there, as well as neutral shades. The reasons I like this palette so much is, first of all, I get a wide variety of shades with some greens, oranges, pinks, purples, blues, so I have a nice variety of shades to work with and to play with. Another is that all the shades are actually really high quality. The matte colors are super easy to blend and work with. Even if you are a beginner at colorful makeup, you can work with these shades easily. You don't have to worry about them stuck in one place, hard to blend out, doesn't build up or anything like this. The matte colors are super easy to work with, and the shimmer shades are my favorite. The shimmer shades are so pretty. My favorite shades, as I mentioned in my videos before, is Starlight Sonata, this one, and Space Oasis, this light purple one. Let me swatch it for you guys. So these are my two favorite shimmers from the palette. This is Starlight Sonata, a very pretty light champagne almost shimmery color, and this one is Space Oasis, a really pretty light purple shimmer color. What I love about the shimmers is that they are super sparkly and shimmery. They look really gorgeous on the eyes. I'm wearing Starlight Sonata here. They're really reflective, really shimmery, really easy to work with. I can just blend it with my fingers and really make my whole eye look pop. I love to use shimmers from this palette. I really enjoy it. If you're looking for a colorful eyeshadow palette with a nice ratio of matte and shimmery colors, I would definitely recommend this one. The only flaw about this palette is that you don't have like a darker version of a lot of the shades. You have a one blue here, but there's no lighter or darker blue or other blue at all. You have an orange here, but there's like no darker or lighter orange. Same with the pink color. The only one that have a lighter and darker version is the two purples. So if you want to use this palette, you can only work with like 1 matte and 1 shimmer of every color. And if you want to use like a lighter or darker colors, you have to dig into other palettes. That's the only flaw with this palette, I would say. Otherwise, I really love this palette. I love to do different makeup looks using the Escape Pod. Every time I use it, it makes me super happy, and I'm really happy with how every look I did turned out with this palette. And the other colorful eyeshadow palette I really love is the Colourpop Fade into Hue palette. This one is a recent purchase and I already used it in a few of my videos. This palette is more affordable than the Kaleidos one, and you get a wider shade range, so you really get high value for the price you pay. There's 30 shades in there, and basically 6 color stories and 5 shades of those 6 colors. You get pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. What I really love about this palette, a huge plus, is that there is a good variety within each color story. Even so, there's only 5 shades of all the colors, but you get lighter shades and darker shades. You get shimmery shades and matte shades, sometimes even a pressed glitter. I can really work with every color story because I know I have lighter colors, I have darker colors, and I have some shimmery shades I can use as a pop of color in the inner parts of my eyelid. I really like the variety every color story gives me, and I think this is overall a really great palette. If you want a rainbow eyeshadow palette, go for this one. I think the only downfall of this palette is that you don't get red, you get only a row of pink colors. If you want to do a rainbow look, you won't get a red color here. So that was my two favorite colorful eyeshadow palettes I like to work with to create new colorful, vibrant eyeshadow looks. And now moving on, I have palettes that I like to use for daily makeup looks. They are more neutral and wearable. And starting off, we have this one. This is a Romance Mahogany Garden palette. It's a Korean brand, and this palette is really pretty. It's a 10-pan eyeshadow palette, look like this inside. It has a good ratio of mattes and shimmers again. I think that's something that's really important to me. I want a good ratio of mattes and shimmers. I don't like all shimmer palettes or all matte palettes. So there's two kinds of people. When you look at this palette, do you think this palette is super boring and all those shades are already done before by other brands and every brand already have palettes like this? Or do you think that this palette is amazing and you can wear these shades literally every day? Some people would look at neutral palettes like this and think they are super boring. Some people would look at it and think that's amazing. I can work with these shades every day. They're super wearable and super useful. I like this eyeshadow palette a lot because it has a good ratio of lighter colors, darker colors, of shimmers and matte colors. You also have one pressed glitter in here. This palette is really great if you want to do a warm neutral daily makeup look. If I just want to like use some matte colors on my eyes to do some shadow and then pop a shimmer on my eyelid and have a complete makeup look, I just have to do some eyeliner and mascara and I would look really awake and fresh and have a really nice daily makeup look. I enjoy this palette a lot. The formula is great, the variety is great, the ratio between matte and shimmers is great. So there's not much to say about this palette because, like I said, every other brand have already done it before. It's just another neutral, warm eyeshadow palette. But if you're looking for a eyeshadow palette that have daily, wearable, neutral colors, this one is really good. And next, this eyeshadow palette is also a K-beauty product. It's from the brand 3CE Stylelander. It's a 9-pan eyeshadow palette called Overtake. It's really popular lately. And something I really like about the palette is the colors are so special. You might think that's a warm neutrals palette at first, but if you look closer, these shades are not really bronze, they're not really orange, and they're not really pink. It's like a mix between orange, pink, and brown. If you look at this shade here, it's like a really interesting mix of orange, pink, and brown. And something I don't like about the palette is the ratio between matte and shimmer sucks. These two are the only matte shades and this one is not really a color, it's more like a skin tone base. I use this all over my eyelid and then I will take one of these shades all over my eyelids and then add a shimmer in the inner part of my eyes and then finish off the look with eyeliner and mascara. So it's very easy to create looks with it. It's very wearable. It's just neutral colors with like a pop of pink and orange within each shade. I enjoy this palette sometimes when I want to do Korean style makeup looks. I also enjoy it if I want to do something like a warm tone makeup look on my eyes, but something that's not warm brown, then I'll choose this palette because I know I get some hints of orange and pink in it. The eyeshadow formula is great, it's easily blendable on your eyes. The shimmery colors are super soft, it feels almost like mochi. I dropped the palette once and these two fall out, but I smushed them back easily because they are super soft. It really pops. If you put this on your inner corners, the color would really pop. I like this palette a lot when I want to do a warm neutral eyeshadow look but different from my usual ones, then I'll take this palette out. And now for the final palette, this is a Nars Euphoria face palette. It looks like this inside. You get 8 eyeshadows and 3 highlighters. What I really like about the palette is that everything in here is wearable. You get some neutral eyeshadow shades with 2 pops of pinks and you get 3 warm toned highlighters. I can use every shade in this palette and I know that this palette won't fail me. Like everything in there is a safe choice. I really like the packaging of this palette. It's like a grapefruit jelly kind of color outside. It matches my eyeshadow actually. And inside you get a big mirror and 8 eyeshadows, 3 highlighters. I get a good range of very wearable, neutral, daily shades. This highlighter here is a little bit too deep for me, the other two works. And the eyeshadows, you get some nice shimmers and you get some matte colors. This one's like a lighter brown matte, this one's a darker brown matte, so I get light and dark colors to work with, as well as lighter shimmers and darker shimmers. Also, if I want a pop of pink, I get 2 pink shades here. One is more cool toned, one is more like a warm pink color. I really like this palette because of all those safe choices of natural, neutral shades. I really like this palette. I really enjoy the idea of eye and face palettes, but I think they're harder to make because you have to make them to suit different skin tones. This palette is great because the 3 face products are all highlighters, but if you have really fair skin, then 2 of the highlighters won't suit you. If you have really dark skin, then those eyeshadow shades are not showing up on you well. So I think it's really difficult to like satisfy people of different skin color. A lot of brands, when they make eye and face palettes, they have to like do 3 different ones, light one, medium one, and dark one, to make sure all the skin tones get covered. But this palette makes me want to get more eye and face palettes, so if I see more eye and face palettes with maybe blushes or bronzers inside, I will check them out. Overall, I really like this palette because the packaging is super pretty and because the shades in there are super wearable and they're like really safe. I know I won't mess up when I take this palette out. Sometimes it could get a little bit boring because I know there's only some golds and bronze in there. So when I want to do colorful makeup looks, I have to take my other palettes. But that's good. I like to switch up like my style of makeup every time. I don't want to constantly do only colorful makeup looks. I also don't want to wear neutral eyeshadow looks every day. So I like to switch between colorful, vibrant, creative, and neutral, natural, warm, wearable, daily colors. That's really interesting and I really love that. And these are my favorite eyeshadow palettes. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any palettes in common with me and what is your favorite eyeshadow palette. I hope you have a great day, take care of yourself, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!